lecture series of operating system. In today's session, we are going to discuss Introduction to Operating System. Myself, Kunal Panchal, your instructor. Our today's lecture agenda is to understand the concept of goals of an operating system and functionality of an operating system. Generally, people are confused between these two words. What is goals and what is functionality? So what is the difference between these two? I'm going to give you the clear-cut example with respect to operating system as well as with respect to the real-life situation, so that things will more clear to differentiate these two terms. Okay, so let us discuss first goals of an operating system. So with respect to operating system, there are two main goals of an operating system. One is primary goal and second one is secondary goal. So the primary goal of an operating system is nothing but conveniency, or we can say user friendliness, and secondary goal is nothing but efficiency. Let us discuss these two terms, primary goal and secondary goal, means conveniency and efficiency. So if you understand this concept very well, so I am giving you an example through which I will justify why conveniency is included in the primary goal and the efficiency is included in the secondary goal. For example, we have two different types of operating system. One is Windows operating system and second one is Linux operating system. So what are the differences between Windows and Linux operating system? So let us discuss first Linux operating system, in which first advantage of Linux operating system is it is efficient as compared to Windows operating system. Means it is more efficient than Windows operating system. Second advantage of Linux operating system is it is freely available. You can easily download it from the internet. Okay, whereas Windows is not free. And third advantage of Linux operating system is it is free from virus, whereas Windows suffers from virus issues. So if you compare these three advantages and disadvantages, definitely Linux operating system is more advisable to use as compared to Windows. Still, people are using Windows more as compared to Linux operating system. Why? Because of only one advantage, that is nothing but conveniency, or we can say user friendliness, which is there when we are talking about Windows operating system. So Windows operating system is more convenient, or we can say user friendly as compared to Linux operating system, because Windows operating system is GUI based. So any layman person can easily operate that machines as compared to Linux operating system. So irrespective of the number of advantages that we have in Linux operating system, still people are using in Windows operating system. Why? Because of only one feature of Windows operating system is nothing but a conveniency. I'm giving you one more example. Like suppose if you have your DSLR camera and if you want to operate that camera, and if you are not associated with that photography field, it is very difficult to operate that camera in a particular mode, at particular situation. Yes, for you, because you are not associated, you don't know how to operate it in a proper way. Okay, so definitely people, those who are associated with photography field, they can use it in a proper way. But if uh, if you are not associated, in that case, you definitely operate that camera to capture the video with the help of auto mode only. You can operate it, but you cannot get benefit from it. Why? Because the interface, or in case of functionality which is provided by the DSLR camera is somewhat, we can say, complex. So any layman user, or we can say any end user, cannot use it. Definitely they can use, but they can use it in a auto mode only. Yes, but people, those who are associated with this field, they can easily operate it by using the appropriate functionality. So convenience is very important. Suppose if you want to design any software, any, we can say, operating system, or we can say any machine, first of all, your prime goal should be user conveniency, or we can say it should be user friendly. If any user can use it, then and then the efficiency, or we can say then and then the categorization of that system will come into the picture. Whether that system is good, bad, or we can say average. If I am not able to, if you have designed one machine and if I am not able to use it, okay, so definitely I will not categorize. I am not able to categorize whether it is good, bad, or we can say average one. So that is the reason why the primary goal, because technically you can say that there's some efficiency. Efficiency is what? Efficiency means whatever the available resources we have, we need to utilize the resources at optimal level, or we can say at maximum level. That is the word efficiency. Yes. So the number of tasks is executed per unit time is nothing but efficiency. Okay. So that secondary goal should be first. If you correlate that stuff in technical things, but as I told you, when efficiency will come into the picture, first of all, it should be convenient to use. If I am unable to use it, how can I come to know that whether it is efficient or not? Yes, so that's why the conveniency is included in the primary goal and efficiency is included in the secondary goal. Now with the help of one real life example, I will demonstrate the goals and functionality of an operating system. So in this particular figure, at left hand side and right hand side, so first of all, you look at your right hand side, in which there is one user, or can say end user, is using operating system. And operating system, you know very well, operating system provides an interface between user and hardware, computer hardware. Yes, so that figure we have discussed already in the previous session. Okay, so what is the task of operating system? Operating system manage the available resources, okay, in a proper way. That is the responsibility of operating system. So computer hardware. Hardware means what? When you're talking about hardware, it includes CPU, memory, okay, registers, and so on. These are the various hardwares. Okay, so that hardware needs to be utilized in an optimal way. That responsibility is given to the operating system. Yes, if you correlate these things with the real life situation, like what is operating system? Operating system manages the resources. Operating system will not create the resources. Okay, whatever the available resources we have, that resources we need to optimize in a proper way, in an efficient way. That is the task of operating system. Same way, if you correlate these things with real life situation, the India is nothing but the resource. If you correlate these things with the technical scenario, India is nothing but resources. We have in India. We have rivers, we have hill stations. These are the different resources we have. Yes, so that resources needs to be utilized in an optimal way. So that's why the user or as a citizen of India choose the government. GUI stands for what? Government of India. So whatever the task is performed by the operating system with respect to technical aspect, same task is applicable in the case of government of India. So government of India is responsible to manage whatever the available resources that we have in India. Yes, government is not looking for to create new resources, to create new land. That is no, not the task of government. The task of government is to manage that resources in an optimal way. Yes, so that's why the citizen of India choose a government. And so now what is the goal in this case? In real life scenario, our prime minister says that the sabka saath sabka vikas. That is nothing but a goal of our current government. Okay, and to achieve this goal, what needs to be done? That is nothing but the functionality. I hope you can differentiate these two words now. Goal is sabka saath sabka vikas, and to achieve this goal, what sort of actions needed to perform? That is nothing but the functionality. Okay, so in the government of India, there are various ministries we have, like road and transport ministries we have education sectors ministry we have different ministries we have, and these ministries are responsible to manage its own task in a efficient way. So same way in the case of operating system, to achieve to utilize the available hardware in an efficient way. Okay, so to achieve that objective or say goal, there are various functionalities. So that we need to discuss in the upcoming slide. So I hope it is clear what is goals and what is functionality of an operating system. So with respect to operating system, goals is nothing but first goal is nothing but conveniency. It should be convenient to the user, and then secondary goal is nothing but efficiency. Now to achieve this goal, what sort of functionalities operating system needs to perform? Okay, so this is nothing but the functionality of an operating system. So to accomplish this goal, what sort of operations or functionality needs to be implemented with respect to operating system? First one is process management. So when we are talking about operating system, everything will be treated in terms of process. Okay, if you use one application program, say for example Mozilla Firefox. Okay, once you double click on it, operating system will create one process for it. Okay, so how to create process, how to destroy process, how to manage that process. Okay, processes are in which state right now, how process will be scheduled for execution in the CPU. Everything will be managed in this particular aspect of process management. So this is one functionality needs to be performed in a proper manner to achieve our two goals. Second functionality is nothing but memory management. Means if process is created, where it should be reside in the memory area. Okay, how it's stored. Okay, how that memory would be utilized, or how available memory space is utilized in a proper way. So that is the secondary we can say functionality of an operating system. The third one is IO device management. Whatever the peripheral devices or input output devices we have, that devices will need to utilize in a optimal way. So again, that things need to manage in a proper way. Next is file management. So in Windows operating system, there are two types of files we have. One is NTFS and second one is FAT32. So that type of files needs to be managed in an efficient way to achieve our goal. Okay, so that is file management. Next one is security and protection. So when we are talking about security, in today's world, security is very important. Okay, so only authorized user can use that resources. So that needs to be that type of mechanism needs to be implemented, and it should be used in a proper way. No unauthorized user can able to enter and use the resources of computer system. That needs to be that type of security mechanism needs to be implemented. Okay, and the last one is network management. In today's world, the system is not working in isolation manner. The systems are associated with a network. So when we are talking about a network, definitely the security and the network management will come into the picture. So say for example, if you're talking about a distributed operating system, so it is one type of operating system in which network needs to be established. Okay, so then and then we can use that type of operating system. So without imaging network, you cannot think about distributed operating system. So system needs to be managed in a proper way when we are talking about network management. Okay, so these are the functionalities needs to be performed. Okay, to achieve the goal of an operating system. So I hope it was clear to you. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one.